Raise some money and awareness of the mentorship it provides for kids in our community through the game of golf.
Kids show grade level improvements in things like reading and math, and maybe some tips on how to use a sandwich after going through this program. I don't know about you, I could use a little bit of that.
Yep.
Our Rose Schmidt is live at Vitense this morning with First Tee board member who has a personal connection to this nonprofit. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, Adam and Danica. Well, on and off the greens, this organization serves 15,000 kids in our area, but none of that would be possible without volunteers and mentors like Don Davidson. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good morning, Rose.
Good morning. So you've been here helping serve these kids for 8 years now?
8 years since I retired from Kinder Mutual.
And so how do you feel like that you are making a difference in these kids' lives?
Well, we're reinforcing the important life skills that these kids learn on the golf course. We use golf as a game to teach kids life skills such as respect and honesty and courtesy, things that are important that they're going to use through the rest of their lives.
And do you feel like that you've seen improvements in these kids over time?
Oh, without a doubt. Many of the kids that we meet for the first time, they tend to be shy. They don't want to look you in the eye. They don't want to shake your hand. And by the time they're done with 10 weeks of programming, not only have they learned to golf, but more importantly, they've learned how to be better at life.
And you feel like you've not only helped change these kids' lives, but they've helped change yours too?
Oh, immensely. I unfortunately lost my son when he was 13 years old. And shortly after that, I started volunteering for the First Tee with the idea that I could connect with kids again. And I connected strongly with a number of kids. In fact, one summer I had my own foursome, and those kids became a substitute for my boy.
And I'm sure that that's been really nice to see the progression of these kids are having over time, too.
Well, what's really gratifying is some of these kids, when they come in at 7 or 8, and when they're 16, 17, and 18, they get college scholarships through the Evans Scholars, or they just have become better citizens and better students. You know you've made an impact then.
And I think, you know, you're implementing these core values on and off the greens, too.
Absolutely. Golf is a metaphor for life. And these kids that stick with us over a course of 3, 4, 5, 6 years, they've learned how to lead life better. And it's going to help them in the long term.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
You too. So we want to tell you guys that the amount of improvement that these kids are seeing over 12 weeks, they're improving in both reading and math grade levels. And we also want to stress that News 3 is committed to partnering with organizations that we feel help improve the community around us. But, you know, it's a little early this morning for golf.
And cold.
A little early, a little cold. Golf, the great thing about golf is there's, you know, hours to walk with somebody and you talk and you have those conversations. Please thank Don for us for sharing his story. Thank you, Rose. So there are several ways you can donate to the First Tee program. You can go to the website that you see there on your screen or just text the words The First Tee to 844-544-7171.
Then from 4 to 6:30 this evening, we're actually having an in-studio fundraising phone bank. First Tee volunteers will be answering some of the questions you might have about the program as well as taking your donations. 6:19 right now, one of Wisconsin's most influential